From gorgeous downtown Des Moines, Iowa, it's the IFL Game of the Week on Stadium. The Bismarck Bucks off to a best start in franchise history at 3-1, and the Iowa Barnstormers look to bounce back after an overtime loss last week. Hi, everybody. So happy you could join us. It's the 20-year coach and administrator, Dave Winham. I'm Mick Tidrow on the IFL Game of the Week on Stadium. Combined between us, 4 indoor game championships. Dave, it's a hot start for this Iowa offense. 55 points per game, second best in the IFL. What started this? Taquan Neal held to just 10 rushing yards and 43 passing yards. Plenty of time to throw the football. Wants the length of the field, and the newest Iowa Barnstormer, Kentrez Bell, hauls in the touchdown, and it's 47 yards. Tegan Scher has 3 threes and make it 4. Davenport with the chance to tie. It's Demeter, slings it home, and just a minute later, we're back evened up with a goal from the junior Demeter. The team's leading scorer does it again. Out to Ava Wild, a quick pounce. Here comes another one from Wild. 2-2, and Riediger wins the battle. It's a base hit to left. And RBI number 3 of the tournament for the number 3 hitter. Boy, do the reps need that. Free throws for Callie Delsman here with 4:41 to go in the third period. Chris Clayton, Mick Tidrow on hand with our entire Beck Sports Network crew. Delsman playing in her final Minot State Beavers game, and she has put up a pretty strong performance, a game best 11 points.
She's also done a great job defensively. She's been tough, really versatile defender. She's able to pick up guards as well, and she's rebounding too in this game. She's got 4 rebounds to go along with her 12 points.
One of the players that the coaching staff says has set the tone for years to come for Minot State Beavers basketball. Rotunda commands a double team, spins off of it, count it, and a foul for Lauren Rotunda.
As an example of what we were talking about earlier, the strength. Not only did she take this bump, got the shot up with a fadeaway, beautiful touch. One of the best scorers in the entire Northern Sun. Just a phenomenal career. Really a legend for the University of Mary. She's been a great player all 4 years.
And that possession, she said, move out of my way. Chris Clayton, would you oblige? Would you get out of the way?
Oh, I would have, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't even, she could have just turned around and laid it in. I would have just probably gone to the bleachers.
Hey, you and me have the same thoughts, pal. It's now Delsman back on Rotunda, and Delsman wins this offensive possession.
Wow. There's a potential that Minot State and any college can add games after the season is over by NCAA rule, but if this is Delsman's final game, what a way to go out. Have a heck of a game.
And what a way to go out for Rotunda, too. This is her final Northern Sun game. Delsman and Rotunda back and forth, senior on senior. This is the type of matchup that we expected between these two.
Yeah, that's an awesome duel between those two players. She took a tumble there. I think she is okay. She tripped, it looked like, on that mop back there, but yeah, it's a tough task. It could tire you out when you're playing defense on a player like Rotunda on one end and then trying to score on the other, but Delsman is sticking with it right now.
Wilson works on Schneider, a little stop and pop miss. UMary basketball, but Schneider, even though she hasn't had the offensive impact today, her defense still extremely strong. 6 rebounds and a couple of blocks.
Yeah, when you have a player like her that's 6'3", such long reach, and is a smart player in good position, she's going to make an impact. She had 4 steals yesterday and a couple blocks, and not quite at that today, but her presence is always huge.
Backdoor cut, Gillette finds Voigt.
Voigt's 3-point shooting helps her ability to get those back cuts because Minot State has to stick with her and be with her on the perimeter. So oftentimes she's able to take advantage and back cut, and her teammates have made adjustments. They're always looking for Voigt on those back cuts, and this weekend she's had, I think, 4 or 5 layups now in that exact situation.
Voigt's somebody that the team wants to go to offensively and defensively. Foul on Velde here, but if you're Voigt, how can you improve your game to become a player who's well-rounded, like you mentioned, with the perimeter game and the slashing ability?
Well, part of that is being able to finish consistently down low, but also I think for Voigt, obviously you want to be more consistent from 3, but the ability to handle the basketball could take her to the next level too, because we know she can shoot. Coach Newman said every time she shoots, I think it's going in. So opponents respect that 3-point ability from Voigt. Now if she can start to handle the basketball and score off the dribble, that's when she can go next level.
Kate Head converts on a pair of free throws. She's now 4 of 4 from the line. Good news for Minot State, 7 of 7 from the stripe. Macy Williams flies by everybody. Offensive rebound. Throws it toward Dahl, and she can't tiptoe the line.
You mentioned the free throw shooting, Mick. I think that's really helped Minot State offensively in this third quarter. Not necessarily electric. They've only scored 12 points, but they only had 1 free throw the entire first half, and struggling a little bit from the field here in the third. Those free throw opportunities have been huge because they're one of the best free throw shooting teams in the country.
11th in the country at 79%. Only took 10 free throws yesterday in the loss to UMary. There's Theodore, and the foul is before the shot, but case in point, they're drawing some fouls today.
They are, particularly in this quarter, doing a really nice job embracing contact. And I think part of it is, and they did give her a shooting foul, by the way, I think part of it is UMary's a little bit more physical on defense, because for Minot State, they were driving in the first half. They just weren't being fouled a lot. Now the fouls are starting to show up.
That's the first miss today for Minot State, and then a collision down to the baseline. Stavon takes a lick, and she's the one who commits the foul too. So both teams now with 5 team fouls. Schneider and Stavon one-on-one. Those are 2 players that this Northern Sun is going to have to deal with for years to come.
A couple juniors, and with the NCAA rules this year with COVID, this does not count against your eligibility. So you mentioned years to come. There's a potential that there's an extra year for all these players. What we do know, though, is that there are a couple juniors that are going to duke it out again next year in this rivalry series.
Elsman curls, looks for counts, and guess who's there? Rotunda snags it away. 2:20 remains in the third quarter. Back to Dahl. Rotunda left on an island. Leaves it short. Kate had the rebound, a career best 10 yesterday. That's her third today. Up to Delsman, a perfect pass and finish.
And when Kate had rebounds, that's exactly what she brings to the table. To have your point guard and the fastest player on the floor defensive rebound like Kate Head can, it's just huge because she can immediately race down the other way and set up others for layups.
And she's not done developing either. This coaching staff has raved about her ability. Rotunda one-on-one. Counts, bats it away, and ends up with it. Chance to cut this to a 1-possession game here from Minot on Minot State Senior Day. Counts against Schneider. What a battle this has been tonight. Double team. 5 to shoot for Delsman. Creates some contact, and she travels.
Heck of a finish, though. I love the aggression going through a double team.
That's tough to go through Dahl and Schneider on the defensive side, though.
It is, but she kind of had to try something late in the shot clock there, so give her credit trying to make a play.
Macy Williams surveys, 8 points, couple of assists for the senior. Down to Rotunda. There's that special move from the senior, and she drops it in.
Just beautiful. You can tell she's put in hours and hours and hours on that shot. The footwork, just so smooth on that shot.
Up to a game best 17 points tonight. There's Kate Head flying toward the rim, and Schneider the rebound. Quick 2 for 1 if they want it. Rotunda step back. Rattles it home, and Lauren Rotunda's feeling it now. Nine-point game, the largest UMary lead today. No shot clock in 12 seconds. Head wants the screen, drives on Rotunda, flick miss. 3 seconds. Pop at the buzzer, and it's blocked by Head, and that ends the third quarter. But what a push by Mary, and it's courtesy of Lauren Rotunda's 20 points at the end of 3.